Hello dear viewer, I'm leesusss and welcome back to Alan Wake. And triple Ds. What's better than two Ds? Or even one D? 3 Ds. I'm sorry for the break for a week. I haven't done anything for about 2 weeks in terms of games and videos and things, and that depleted my reserve of videos, I'm afraid. Just busy with work and things, so I'm really sorry that I haven't been doing my usual uploads. I will try a bit harder. Anyway, let's do this one today. I'm not sure where we're up to. The last thing I remember, I think we were about to get storied at by a flashback to New York or something like that, but I don't know if this is actually going to start in the right place or I've got a save point in a different location. Let's find out. Okay. New York City. Yeah, I knew it was New York City 3 years ago. Presumably exposition and not spookiness. Spookiness is more recent. It's a very grubby bag you've got there. Very greasy. Greasy takeout?
Honey, I'm home.
Hi honey, I'm home.
Hey, how was it?
Worst weather I've ever seen.
You should put some coffee on. It'll warm you up. Hey, handsome. This is gonna be a long night, but these shots are turning out great.
I guess you're gonna need that coffee then. I'll go put it on.
What does that say on the coffee? Something... Dunno, I can't really read that strange logo. And we have photos. Oh, look at who's that? What a handsome fella. That did a slightly strange focus as I looked at that picture. So she's a photographer, maybe? Do you reckon that's how we met? She's looking at negative, isn't she? Oh, is that not? Would you still be doing negatives in this day, or would you be doing digital? I don't know. Maybe photographer's preference. But anyway, she looks like she's doing photo shoots for our book. Oh yeah, look at this. Lots of shots. We've got a QR code again. Why do we have another QR code? We had one of those in the first episode in the dream. I'm tempted, you know. Oh, ignore that background noise. It's one of the kids' controllers. Can I take a picture of this QR code? That's interesting. Do I even want to say this? So I feel like I want to go back and read the original one now as well. Am I spoiling this by saying it? Okay, if you don't want to hear what the QR code says, come back in like 10 seconds. It says, turns out this isn't too bad even when you're not sitting on a couch when you play it. Who knew? Are you back? Okay. There we go. That's interesting. Adds a different angle on what's going on here. Pick up manuscript page. What's this? Find this page in nightmare difficulty mode.
It's true what they say about the fall and the sudden stop at the end. I'd lain here in the snow while the lurid chain of scenes that had led me here kept playing in my head. A rerun of my own private snuff movie. A memory of my corpse, alone at my own wake, thinking in metaphors again. The femme fatale was gone. Only a sour taste remained of the kiss that killed me.
Very film noir.
This was a late goodbye. 13 years after I'd gotten my revenge, it had finally caught up with me. It had been a long time to bear the pain. My blood painted the snow red. A gruesome slushy dissolved all the scattered painkillers and leisurely dripped down to the sewer, mingling with the bile of the city, becoming one with it. I can see them now, my wife and my baby. Honey, I'm home.
Not my kind of thing. But there you go. The sudden stops. That's what he's been writing. And there's a cutout. So is that the one we saw in the cafe? I presume it... Well, okay. We know he's got one big seller, hasn't he? he's got one big seller. I'd forgotten the name of the book. That's all he's done. But that's made him a huge hit. An Alex Casey thriller. So we've got a hero, Alex Casey. Return to Sender, What I Can't Forget, Alex Casey, The Things That I Want, and The Fall of Casey. But he's only had one hit. So that means he's failed to do with the other one, or these just haven't been really big hits? No, I don't want... I want this. What is this? No, I want... What is this award here? I can't read it. I don't think there's anything on there. Two Guns, like a thriller thing, or a spy novel? Interesting. I know another game that had a lot of QR codes, and it was pretty a thing for a while. I don't know if it applies to that or not. Fuse box, classic fuse box. Well, American fuse box. Nice double freezer. Not bad. What's this? That's not a coffee maker. That's a... Well, I guess it is. It looks like a food processor, but I guess it's
Coffee's
a coffee maker.
on.
Great, thanks. I'll need it if I'm gonna finish this by tomorrow.
It was a dark and stormy night. What else? Someone's moved. Oh, it's a new TV. Look, someone moving in. Nice little apartment. New York. I presume this is a very well-off New York apartment. You always hear about how much, how expensive those are. Oh, what's this? That's the Human Island. Newton Principle. It's funny how some of them are readable and some of them aren't. Some of them are just blurred out. Snowy Hills. That's the second time we've seen Snowy Hills. Mum's Survival Guide. She's not a mum. Alice is not a mum as far as I'm aware. There's no kids, is there? It doesn't look like a kid's home, does it, either? Maybe there was a kid. Is the coffee ready yet? No. Let's go back and see Alice, maybe. We're getting stuff. We're filling in the background. Ooh, what's this? We're filling in the details, aren't we? Shout out if you see anything else interesting. Old phone.
Oh, hey, I just finished those cover mock-ups. They're on your desk. Tell me what you think.
It's
No
got a few
kidding.
things that are going on
I didn't think you'd
hold.
get them done this quickly.
On occasion, I can perform all sorts of miracles, my dear.
Oh, really?
Well, you seemed to think so last night.
Oh, saucy. Okay, looks like we've triggered something else. Yeah, I'm not sure what year this is set in, really. I would say it's got to be at least 95, hasn't it, really? 90s? I mean, I haven't had a phone like that for a long time. And I'm hardly very progressive with that sort of thing. Oops, sorry. Oh, examine cover mock-ups. And read the instructions, me. So they're working in partnership. That's fine, that's a good idea. Where are the cover mock-ups? These aren't the cover mock-ups, are they? Or are they the ones from the other room? Okay, there we go.
These look really good.
Oh, sure, until Barry gets his hands on them. Which, by the way, will happen over my dead body. The last time was the last time. Oh, and speaking of Barry, he called.
What a surprise.
Alan!
Oh, of course. It's dark. She doesn't like the dark.
Fuse box.
Yeah, I'm
Right
going.
here. I'm on it, honey.
Please hurry.
Yes, yes, dear, I know.
Honey, it's a power outage. I've got the flashlight.
Okay.
Let's go and give her a hug.
Hi.
You okay?
I'm sorry. It just really spooked me.
Don't worry. We'll just break out the candles.
Where'd you get the cat? Okay. I'm not going to look at the
No,
candles.
it's stupid, but it's just... Especially when I'm not prepared for it, you know? It gets to me.
I love you.
Tell me a story, writer.
Okay. I used to have these nightmares when I was a kid. The dark really spooked me, too. When it got really bad, my mom gave me this old light switch. She called it the clicker.
The clicker, huh?
Yeah. If I ever got scared of the dark, I could just flip the switch and a magic light would scare the
Interesting.
monsters away.
Oh, sure.
Here it is.
Alan.
Maybe it'll help you too.
Yeah, nice story, writer boy. You made that up right now, didn't you?
No. Seriously.
I love you, even if you are a liar. Thanks for this.
Very charming. Nice little piece there, nice little clip. Back to the present day and madness.
How do you feel, Mr. Wake? Any nausea, disorientation, anything like that? Mr. Wake, how are you feeling?
I'm okay. My head's fine. I had to lie about my headache and memory loss. He'd send me to a hospital for tests. I couldn't leave without Alice.
Very well. I don't think you have a concussion, but you've obviously been through quite a shock. You should take it easy for a couple of days.
Thanks.
Well then, Mr. Wake, we're done here. If the pain gets any worse or you experience any other symptoms, you should come see me. I'll let you get on with it then. Sarah, Sheriff Breaker, is waiting for you. She's very good at her job. I'm sure she can locate your wife in no time.
Doc Nelson was the image of a small-town doctor. Sheriff Breaker had called him to the station to take a look at the cut in my head.
Ignoring the fish and trying to read the paper.
I'm sorry you had to cut your
UFO?
morning fishing short for this, Doc.
Oh, she's a beauty, ain't she? Not the biggest I ever caught, if you can believe that coming from an old fisherman like me, but she's right up there. Now, she's a largemouth bass, which is what you're after if you prefer a lure. Now, if you want either trout or salmon, on the other hand, then it's fly fishing. You a fishing man, Mr. Wake? Oh, doesn't really
Lucky
matter,
Monitor
I
is.
suppose. But it can be very relaxing out there. You can't get me off the water this time of year. Closest thing to heaven.
I'll take your word for it, Doc.
UFO scare, lights in the sky. Something frightened populace. Interesting. Yeah, Lucky was advertising a Discord server. Lucky was talking recently about going fishing. Having a bucket of fish while on the Discord server. So we're... Oh, it's a meeting room.
Lights, Miss Weaver. Everything seems to be fine.
Yeah.
Don't have the luxury of being complacent, Deputy Grant. The bulbs will need changing soon. You can't change them in the dark.
I was about to say, we're not actually in the doctor's surgery.
Have a nice day now. Very good. I'll come
Hello,
back
lamp
later
lady.
on to remind you, just in case. Mr. Wake, is Sheriff is waiting
I love
for you
her.
in her office down the corridor? That was Cynthia Weaver. I guess you can call her the town eccentric.
Sure.
She used to be the editor of the local newspaper, but she's focused on, other things these days.
She'd fit right in where I come from.
As you can see, she's a little obsessed with maintaining the light bulbs of the whole town, refuses to step on shadows, things like that. Back in her day, she wrote about all sorts of weird things in the paper. Bright Falls has a colorful history. Of course, what small town hasn't?
Bloody yokels. Don't think your voice quite matches, lady. You're a young lady trying to do an older lady's voice. Sorry to be critical, I just can't help but notice that. Frustrating. Anything else to see around here before we check the who loses a fuse box open like that? Don't leave a fuse box open, keep it closed. Oh, read what? Read the thing. Have you seen these men? Richard Bow, Bruce Dansky, Jacob Miller. On a camping trip overdue, haven't been in contact. Are they some of the loonies that we met who have been made into the monsters? Have you seen this man? Disappeared on 6th to 20th. It features knack for winning contests. Is that a game reference? Like there was some sort of competition about this game that someone won to get themselves featured in the game. Just feels like that. And it's a pussycat. No, I want to see the pussycat. No? One second, before we do that. Hold on. Meeting room, not going to go back in there. Can't go out there. Yeah, what's down here?
Wants to see you in her office, Mr.
One
Wake.
second, lady. I'm walking here. See? I'd have missed the thermos. Ooh.
Yeah, it's Mulligan here. I'm at Stucky's gas station with Thornton. There's no sign of him. Over.
Wait. Yeah, this is Thornton. Look, we've located the parade float. It's here.
Okay.
That's some good news, right? Stucky was supposed to be driving it at the rehearsal today. Over.
Oh, give me that. Mulligan here. Looks like someone really thrashed the garage. Over.
Okay, roger that, guys. Keep looking for Stucky. Jane's out.
Stucky ain't here no more. Ooh. Okay. Let's read.
Alice looked through the viewfinder, lining up the shot. Cauldron Lake was breathtaking. Something caught her eye. A figure standing in the shadows behind the cabin, like a thin woman in a black dress. She lowered the camera and looked again. No one there. Just a collection of bushes that looked vaguely humanish.
Okay. Okay. Again, from the
Breaker is waiting for
writer's
you
perspective,
down the corridor
lady.
in her office.
Lady, do you have nothing better to do? Apparently not.
Come in, Mr. Wake.
I'm already in.
The phone's on the desk. The battery was dead. It's charged now.
Have you been checking my phone?
Have you started looking for my wife yet?
My men are already on it. Now, can you tell me what happened?
I'm not sure. I can't remember. We were arguing. I walked out of the cabin.
The cabin on Cauldron Lake?
How did you end up at Stucky's gas station?
Sick of
I
me running
wanted
around.
to tell her what had happened last night, but I couldn't. She'd lock me up. Excuse me. I need to take this. Hello?
Alan, please help me.
Alice?
Stop talking to the law. You'll do exactly what I say if you ever want to see your wife again.
Interesting.
Who is this?
Go to the back lot. There's a hole in the fence on the left. Look inside the junker. I left a little something there to convince you we're all on the same page here. After you ditch the cops, you're gonna meet me in Elderwood National Park. There's a spot called Lover's Peak. Midnight. Don't do nothing stupid, pal. We're watching you.
Well, the dame gets it. This is a bit odd. I mean, this is not the spookums we're expecting, is it? We've gone from spookums to kidnapping. Has she really been kidnapped? No, she's not been kidnapped. She's went into something dark and spooky got her, or of course, something dark and spooky's going on, but at the same time, a physical. No, it's just. You know, Aki summed it up the other day very nicely. Aki said, I'm desperate to make some bread, but I've only got the seeds. You know, I've not gone through the hard process of growing the crop or anything to get the wheat out of and then make the flour and then make the bread. You know, I'm trying to rush ahead. I've got nothing to work on here.
I need some fresh air. Can I go out in the back?
Out the window.
Of course, Mr. Wake. I understand. You can get there through the cells. Deputy Grant can show you the way.
I'm sorry. All of this, it's just a lot to take in.
Take your time, Mr. Wake. I understand. Can I ask you what the call was about, Mr. Wake?
It's personal.
Well, we are looking for your wife, and I'm going to need your cooperation if I'm going to help you.
I need a moment, after I get some fresh air.
Okay. You can find me here. We'll talk when you feel up to it.
Okay, I'll be back any second now.
Mr. Wake, can I help you with anything?
I need to get some air. The sheriff said I could go out back.
Of course, Mr. Wake. You can get there through the cell corridor. Just don't mind Walter in there. He's one of our regulars.